Hello, dear children. How are you all? Hopefully, you all are happy, healthy, and excited for today's story. So, without delay, let's begin. In a quiet town, there stood a large, beautiful house with painted walls, shining windows, and a garden full of flowers. From the outside, it looked like the happiest home in the neighborhood. But inside, it was very different. That house had become a place of constant argument, bitterness, and unrest. The mother would complain from morning till night. The father would return from work already frustrated and speak harshly to everyone. The son would answer back rudely. The daughter had stopped smiling and stayed in her room most of the time. Even small things like a cup being misplaced, a fan being left on, or tea being too hot or too cold would turn into full fight. No one listened. No one spoke gently. No one tried to understand. The air of the house had become so heavy that even laughter seemed afraid to enter. Meals were eaten in silence or anger. Festivals felt empty. Prayers were spoken, but peace was missing. And slowly, everyone in the house started feeling tired, not just physically, but emotionally. It was as if the house had become toxic from within. One summer afternoon, the family's old grandfather, whom everyone lovingly called Dadaji, came to stay with them for a few days. Dadaji was a simple man. He had silver hair, kind eyes, and a calm face that made people feel safe around him. He noticed something within the first day itself. He saw that the walls were clean, the furniture was expensive, and the kitchen was full of food. But the hearts of the people living there were starving for peace. He watched quietly. At breakfast, he saw irritation. At lunch, he heard taunts, and at dinner, he saw silence sharper than knives. No one was truly evil, but everyone had become careless with their words. And careless words had turned the house into a battlefield. Dadaji said nothing, he simply observed. The next morning, something unusual happened. When Dadaji returned from his morning walk, he was carrying a small, broken plastic bag filled with dirty leaves, paper scraps, and street garbage. Without saying anything, he placed it in one corner of the courtyard. The family looked at him with surprise. The mother thought maybe he just picked it up by mistake. The father ignored it. The children laughed a little and moved on. No one said anything. But the next day, Dadaji did it again. This time, he brought old wrappers, dusty cardboard pieces, and a broken bottle cap from outside and placed them near the stairs. The mother frowned. Why is Dadaji keeping trash inside the house? She whispered. On the third day, he brought more. On the fourth day, even more. Soon, there was garbage in one corner of the veranda, near the garden, beside the gate, and even close to the shoe rack. The beautiful house that was always kept physically clean now looked untidy and unpleasant. The smell was not terrible yet, but the sight of the garbage started disturbing everyone. Still, they stayed silent. Maybe out of respect, maybe out of confusion, or maybe because they were too busy arguing with one another to address it properly. After a week, the mother finally lost her patience. One morning, when she saw Dadaji entering again with another handful of rubbish from outside, she rushed towards him. Dadaji, she said, unable to control herself, what are you doing? Why are you bringing all this garbage into home every day? The father also came out and said, yes, Papaji, this is too much now. The house is becoming dirty. It feels impure. We work so hard to keep it clean, and you are filling it with trash. The son added, this is disgusting. Our house looks horrible. The daughter said softly, I can't even sit peacefully in the courtyard now. Everyone had gathered. For the first time in many days, the entire family was united on one issue. They all looked upset. They all wanted the garbage removed immediately. Dadaji looked at each one of them quietly. Then he placed the rubbish bags down and straightened his back and said in a calm but powerful voice, "Ah, so now you all can feel discomfort." They looked confused. He continued, "You are all so disturbed because I brought a little garbage from outside into your house." He paused and then pointed towards them gently. "But every day, all of you are bringing far worse garbage into this house." The courtyard fell silent. No one spoke. No one understood fully yet. So Dadaji walked to the center of the courtyard and said, "This garbage is visible. That is why it is troubling you. But what about the invisible garbage you all keep throwing into this home every day, every single day?" He looked at the father. Angry words. He looked at the mother. Constant complaints. He looked at son. Disrespect. He looked at daughter. Silent resentment. Then he said slowly, "You are worried that this trash will make the house impure. But tell me, what about your words? Words filled this fashion, shouting, blame, insult, ego, and bitterness. Do they not make a house impure?" Everyone stood still. Dadaji's voice became softer now, but it entered their heart deeply. He said, "Do you know how a home becomes heaven or hell? Not by money, not by furniture, not by walls. A home becomes heaven by the quality of words spoken inside it." He then picked up the dirty wrapper from the ground and held it up. "This is just outside garbage. It can be swept away in 10 minutes. But the garbage of the mind," he placed his hands on his chest, "that garbage stays inside for years." He continued, "When one harsh word is spoken, it does not disappear. It enters someone's heart. It becomes pain. Pain becomes distance. Distance becomes bitterness. And bitterness slowly destroys relationships." And mother's eye lowered. The father folded his arms and looked away ashamed. Children were completely silent. Dadaji then said the words they would never forget. "Be careful with your words. Your words become habits, and habits become character, and your character becomes your destiny." Then he looked around the house and said, "You are cleaning your floor every day. But when will you clean your language? You are decorating your walls. But when will you decorate your hearts? You are protecting your outer environment, but your inner environment is poisoning your lives." That sentence hit everyone deeply. For the first time, they did not feel accused. They felt awakened. That day, no one argued, no one shouted, no one defended themselves. Something had broken, not the family, but their pride. That evening, for the first time in a long while, they all sat together quietly. The mother was the first to speak. With tears in her eyes, she said, "I never realized how much bitterness I had started spreading in this house. I thought I was only expressing stress, but I was actually spreading pain." Father took a deep breath and said, "I used of his frustration as an excuse and brought anger into the home every day. I thought I was tired, but I was hurting all of you." The son looked down and said, "I thought answering back made me strong, but maybe it only made the house weaker." The daughter finally spoke too. "I stopped speaking because I felt no one would understand me, but silence filled me with hurt also become poison." Dadaji listened quietly, and he smiled and said, "Good. Today the real cleaning had begun." The next morning, the whole family came together. First, they cleaned the garbage from the courtyard and swept every corner. They washed the floor. They removed every scrap of dust. But this time, something was different. They were not just cleaning the home, they were cleaning themselves. That same day, they made a new rule for the family: no harsh words inside home. If someone was upset, they would speak after calming down. If someone made a mistake, they would correct with love, not insult. If someone felt hurt, they would share it respectfully. If someone was stressed, they would ask for understanding instead of throwing anger. At first, it was not easy. Habits do not change in one day. Sometimes the father would still raise his voice and then stop midway. Sometimes the mother would begin complaining and then smile and correct herself. Sometimes the children would feel irritated but remember Dadaji's lesson, and slowly the atmosphere began to change. Within a few weeks, the same house began to feel different. The walls were the same, the furniture was the same, the rooms were the same, but the energy had changed completely. Now mornings started with greeting instead of complaints. Tea was served with smiles instead of frustration. Meals became moment of togetherness. Laughter returns to the dining table. The daughter started spending time with her family again. The son became more respectful. Father learned to leave office stress outside the door. Mother's face began to glow with peace instead of tension. Even the plants in the courtyard seemed greener. Neighbors who visited noticed the difference. One woman said, "Your home feels so peaceful now. What changed?" The mother smiled and replied, "We removed the garbage." The neighbor looked confused, but Dadaji, sitting nearby, smiled knowingly because he knew they had not only removed garbage from the courtyard, they had removed it from their speech, attitude, and hearts. Before leaving, Dadaji gathered the family one last time. He said, "Remember this always. A house is not destroyed by storm outside. It is destroyed by storm inside. And a house is not made beautiful by decoration. It is made beautiful by respect, patience, and gentle words." He then blessed them and added, "Never allow the garbage of anger, ego, and bitterness to collect in your hearts. Because once the mind becomes polluted, life also becomes polluted. But when the mind is clean, even an ordinary house becomes heaven." And from that day onwards, the family never forgot the lesson of garbage in the courtyard. They still had problems like every family does. But now they had wisdom too. And that wisdom protected their peace. So the house that once felt toxic slowly turned into a place of love, warmth, and healing. A place where people didn't just live together, they lived beautifully together. And truly, their home became heaven on earth. This is all about our today's story. Hopefully, you all must have enjoyed today's story. Do share this story with your friends, relatives, neighbors, cousins, school friends, everyone. Do subscribe to our channel. What we learned from today's lesson, let's listen that too. If you want peace in your home, first clean the garbage from your words and your mind. Harsh words pollute relationship, but kind words can transform a house into heaven. So this is the lesson we learned. And please do subscribe to our channel. We will meet with a new story tomorrow. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Lots of blessings.